Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another Saturday. And this program has been dubbed the Black Stars Show. It is the Black Stars Show because, hey, don't say the repeat of 1992. It is the reverse of 1992 that is going to happen tomorrow. And everybody is praying that one particular player must recover to save Ghana. Who are we talking about? I know you know who I'm talking about. I don't need to tell you. Everybody is praying that he recovers against the Ivorians. If you are saying a prayer, if you're a Christian, say a prayer for that particular player. If you're a Muslim, go and pray for that particular player. If you're a traditionalist, pray for that particular player. Who are we talking about? He is the captain of the Black Stars. Breaking records upon records. And he has promised to be fit against Ivory Coast come Sunday. They call him Azza. Some call him Asamoah Gyan. I mean, I don't want to mention other names. You can call him Castro. You can love him or hate him. If you watch the game against Guinea, every player that scored went to him. He's the talisman of the team, whether down with malaria or not. He came to score for Ghana to proceed to this extent. You know why he started his schooling? A particular school that groomed talents like the likes of Shatta Wale, Asamoah Gyan as the captain. And today I have staff and students of the school who are here to back the Black Stars captain as well. To send him a recovery message, to make them proud internationally. Because if we should win this award for the 5th time, it will go down in history. 33 years. It is not an easy thing. 7 Great Princes Academy, that is where the man spotted his talent. And I'm always interested in school sporting activities. That is where talents are nurtured. How did the captain get to this place? It was games that spotted him for him to become the captain of the Black Stars. And so I have students and staff members of 7 Great Princes Academy who want to talk about the events that they will be doing to nurture more talents for the country as a whole, and also send a recovery message to the man Asamoah Gyan, who everybody is praying to send Ghana to the promised land. 1992, we played against the Ivorians, back to back, the likes of Abedi Pele, Tony Yeboah, Stanley Abura, Safu Jenfi, Kwesi Appiah. I mean, a lot of them. I can mention them. From goalkeepers, we have Adi Ansah, Abubakar Dampa, Salifu Ansah. Competent goalkeepers. Isaac Asari. Emmanuel Amas, Senegal, I know he's watching this morning. Maxwell didn't play. Frimpong Manson. Ampia. Ali Ibrahim, Tony Yeboah, Frank Amankwa, Kofi Abri. These were our talents, but we couldn't go through. But come tomorrow, the Black Stars will deliver. So if you have any message, we'll be talking to our viewers too as well. You'll be sending us. And some of us criticize a particular player. People keep on criticizing him, but the technical men keep on using him. So they should tell you that what they are seeing, you are not seeing it. What the technical men are seeing, you are not seeing. And this morning, I'll be having the man who also discovered Abedi Pele. And today, his children are there. So this show is really packed. Stay put, stick to the station. And I always tell you, the best is always on Joy Sports Review every Saturday, where your thoughts are welcome, your suggestions are welcome. If you can get an opportunity to contribute on radio, online, and TV, this is the show for you. Let me go for a commercial break, and when I come back, straight, we move to that discussion where we'll be interviewing some gentlemen and a lady here who are also aspiring in sports to pick the honors for Ghana as the same school spotted as Samoa John. So let me go for a commercial break. And information reaching me from Malabo is that we are live in Equatorial Guinea. And they are watching this show, and the captain of the Black Stars says that, Tony, expect the trophy in Ghana, and tell my alma mater that I'm bringing a trophy right to the campuses of 7th Grade Princess Academy. So, Captain, and we'll send a message to them, but we'll get to the camp of the Black Stars as well. We're talking to tournament correspondents, Dalali Atiase, Kwame Jumajiman, Modesto Zaman, who were pelted with stones, bottles, glasses, and I hear they punished us not because of the goals, but once upon a time, Tete Kwasi came there to steal their cocoa beans. So let's see what happens. So, and Musiga, hey, Polo, Guntu, everybody who is watching, but let me welcome, quickly let me get to the studios and welcome the students and staff of 7th Grade Princess Academy, where the man, the captain of the side, Baby Jetta Samoa John, was spotted, and they are here in solidarity to give him that support ahead of their games that comes up Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Mr. Kwame Able, welcome to the show, and Victor and Dokat, welcome to the show. So, before that, how do you feel to spot a talent like Samoa John, who is now the captain of the side?
It's a great honor, very, very great honor. So, as you are aware, there are so many schools and there are so many talents about in Ghana. But for a school such as 7th grade to identify or unearth such a talent, which is now a household name in all over the world, not just Africa or Ghana.
Right.
It's a great honor, and we are so proud to be part of that history that's going to be made tomorrow.
Okay. So when students, maybe staff see the captain of the side play, how do you feel making him who he is now?
You know, it's like your child being honored in school or given an award for a very good performance that he has put up. So when we see him, staff and then the student, and then we bring that inner joy to us, and I serve also as a role model to the rest that, yeah, you can also get to that height, if not even higher than that. So the motivational side, the satisfaction, and then the pride that, yes, just as we are, we've been able to even come out with a great talent as a Samoa John. Yes. Okay, so we'll come to that. Victor, you heard about Samoa John going through the same system you are going through. How do you feel?
I feel very happy for him, very appointed in him. He has lifted the name of the school very high and the name of the nation. So we are very proud of him, the school as a whole, because even during our sporting activities, we give awards to the best footballer. We have the Samoa John Award, especially for him. So whoever brings out the kind of talent he brought out when he was in school, that award is given to him annually.
Oh, okay.
So yes. So,
so as there is an award for you, so we maybe when the trophy comes, we need to get back to 7th grade. He has always promised to come, but the timing. But he says, but maybe when he brings the trophy after tomorrow, maybe there will be celebration and maybe a special thing from Mr. Brown and co, the owners of the school. And Dokas, so how do you also feel when you also hear Samoa John comes from your school?
Very happy, because he's making the school name proud, and it's like.
So when you are talking to your friends, do you know Samoa John comes from our school?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So so the students are really happy, but I will come to a message for him ahead of. But I hear this week you are putting up your games and.
Yes, as usual. Okay. You know, it's an annual event. It is such event that on Earth as Samoa John. Okay. Every year we do have a sport festival. Okay. So this week, from 11th to 13th of this month.
That is Wednesday.
Wednesday up to Friday.
Thursday, Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, it's a week-long program,
Okay.
but that is the climax of it all.
Okay.
That's Wednesday to Friday.
Okay.
And we shall be going or holding the main this in 2 days at Azuma Nese Sports Complex.
Okay.
That 11th and 12th.
Okay.
And then on the 3rd, which is Friday, 13th,
Mm.
we shall have the entire or other programs on Dansuma campus, 7th grade
Okay.
at Dansuma campus over there.
Okay.
We made this.
So let's see what activities are we start. Let me start with Victor. Victor, on Wednesday, what are the activities on the day?
Wednesday is mainly for the athletes.
Okay.
Yes, we have 100 meters, 200 meters, 400, and the 4x4.
Okay.
Yes, please. So, and then the girls' football. We start the girls' football
On Wednesday.
On Wednesday, yes.
Okay.
So after Wednesday, then the following day, Thursday, we engage in the male soccer.
Okay.
Yes.
That is where the interest will be.
Yes.
That is where Samoa was spotted, maybe.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So, Douglas, you are a sprinter or a long distance, or you do all?
I do well.
Oh, okay. So, when are you starting? Have you trained very well?
Yeah.
So, when are we seeing you?
On Wednesday.
Wednesday, you are kick starting on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your first event?
100 meters.
Oh, okay. And you are going to break records or
Yes,
going to?
obviously.
Oh, okay. So they need to be there.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the indoor games? Because I also love basketball, table tennis, and one thing about 7th grade is well noted for producing table tennis internationals in this country.
Exactly.
Yeah, this country had benefited from 7th grade. All the international table tennis stars for Ghana comes from this particular school.
You are right. You know, 7th grade is not only for football as a modern. You know, 7th grade one is at that's a bit of question. That's the mother school. Then when we moved to Dansuma for the new site too, we want to have more talent. So that everywhere 7th grade goes, we make sure that we have talent not only for the school but for the nation.
Yeah.
Now at Dansuma, apart from Dansuma from Latwek, Dansuma, we have two national table tennis stars.
Yeah.
Currently, Laurentia there.
Okay.
She's the first seed for the female national
team.
Who is in the University of Ghana, Legon. And Adamma, she has qualified for the Web University Games in South Korea.
Oh, nice.
Coming June.
Oh,
so we should be going. There are only 3. Then the sister too, she's also the second seed for the national table tennis district. Also from 7th grade, Dansuma. So she's 7th grade, we will every this talent, not only football, table tennis, and the more like Vito and the rest, they are on the way coming.
From basketball, I think
basketball.
That what is inside maybe.
Yeah. Coming Friday, the last day for the climax of the everything. That's where the indoor game, the Scrabble, the basketball, table tennis. That's where we'll be having the final this.
There's
on
one excellent Commonwealth table tennis player. Also comes from
7th
grade.
That's
And I think that this school must be given an attention.
Exactly.
Government should look at it, because if talents are coming from this school, why do we throw money around? We need to put money there. So, Mr. Minister, I know you call me after the show, but I think that if talents are coming here, I think I need to put it in there. Victor, you're a basketball player. What should we expect? Because I heard the climax will be a basketball competition.
Yes. As usual, every year I started playing the basketball from my GHS year, GHS 3. So I've been putting in a lot of effort. And then now, this year, I think I've practiced a lot more because I'm a member of the Dansuma Dynamics basketball team.
Oh, okay. Where the 31st, where are they located?
Tunga area, yes.
Okay.
So that's where we play usually. I play point guard for them. Okay. And also in Nigeria, the Abuja junior team.
You're
I also
part of
engage,
it.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
will you naturalize for Ghana, maybe?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Douglas, what should we expect? Who is your role model? You started, I think that, you know, now in this country, everybody thinks it's academic, but the sportsmen are making the money. I mean, you can be a doctor, and for the past 10 years, you can make maybe a Gabriel Selassie 1 gold medal. So who is your prospect? Who do you want to become?
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt. The fastest man on earth as of now. Okay, so let's see what happens on Wednesday. Our cameras will be there to monitor every event, and I think that 7th grade, we need to give you the, applause. And before that, okay, Mr. Agule, if you want to add something before we go to...
on behalf of the Director of Studies, Mr. Harry Brown, the staff, the entire staff, from the little one right to the next one, we want to wish the Blasters the very best of God's luck. And then the captain, who is the face of the school and then the nation, a speedy recovery. And we know what we hear before Sunday.
Okay.
That's tomorrow.
Okay.
I will go, not only to go and lead, but also get us that winning goal for us to bring the cup home. And we are expecting the cup in 7th grade so that we celebrate with him. So that's what I have for you. And we are inviting more people. We need more. We know this thing, they need exposure.
Yeah.
If you have a very good talent and they don't expose it, or
Yeah.
nobody hears about, no publicity, I mean, you become dumb.
No, Black
but with
Stars-
your blessing like this, coming up athlete or
Yeah,
players
the
like
national,
this,
the
we also
national
get this thing.
athletics coach will be there.
Yes, we'll be
he
happy.
has promised to be there.
He should be
And
there.
Black Stars player, Willie Kluche,
yeah,
will
we'll
also be there.
We
Who's
are
in
expecting
charge
to
of
be
Intala?
Stephen Apiatu. We are also
Yeah,
expecting him. And all
we are
these
trying
things.
to get him, but Stephen has some shadows, but
Okay.
we're trying to put
We
things
want them
together.
to be there so that the children will
Will see them.
so that when they see those talent that we are, like, they take care, so that we continue with academics, so that they bring them up,
Bring them up.
so that
Okay.
the nation enjoys, so that they make all of us happy.
Okay, so
we need exposure.
Tornado, this is a
With this
message
thing.
for you. I
Yeah.
tried to get you, but you said yes.
understand.
But we'll see what will happen. But on Wednesday,
Yeah.
Willie Kluche
We are the Carnation.
will be at the Carnation Complex. You know him, ex-Black Star 78
Yes.
Cup winner. He's now the technical director
Intala, yeah.
for Interlight and in charge of formerly of the under 20 side. So Willie says that he will be there to spot talent. Maybe he will fly them out, maybe not to Interlight.
Yeah.
So Victor, your message for tomorrow's game, Asamajan?
Okay, I want to wish Asamajan all the best. I know by the grace of God, he's going to recover today, probably, so that tomorrow he can just do it as he always does, do his baby jet moves and bring the cup back to us. Because
You need a cup in your school.
We need the cup.
See,
in our
the
school.
students want the cup in their school, not even for the nation, because they produce a talent who is up there to bring the cup for the 5th time. Douglas, what are you saying to Asamajan and the whole Black Stars team?
I wish the Black Stars all the best. And then Ivory Coast to wait for us. We watch out and see. And I'm waiting for the cup to come back to our school.
You want the cup to come back to your school. Exactly. So that's the students of 7th Grade Princess Academy with me in the studio. So if you have any message for them, come Wednesday if you want to see talent. Just get to the Carnation Complex Center. From Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will be on Dansuma campus where the grand finale for the basketball. The team will be there. I mean, the multimedia team will be there to monitor because, hey, you can spot the talent there. I keep on saying that. Where we met the likes of Jonathan Mensah, were brought up into the Black Stars. I mean, it's amazing. And he's now, I think that, I will not say, I mean, it's not debatable. Jonathan Mensah is the best defender ever to be, I mean, to me, to ever be seen in the Black Star. He has been consistent from 2010 World Cup winning. This is his third Nations Cup. And look at Jonathan, the World Cup. These were talents that were spotted in schools. Kudos to Coach Duncan, who spotted him. Maybe I need to send an invitation to Coach Duncan to be at the Carnation Complex as well and see what actually will happen. But don't forget, tomorrow is a big game. Today there's a big game in Kumasi, Accra Suffolk against Kotoko. So we'll be bringing you updates as well. So stay put and stick to, hey, this is Joy Sports on Multi TV. My name, Tony Beverly. So don't go. The man who discovered Abedi Pele will join us to tell us how he saw that man, and today he has produced 2 children who are playing in the Black Stars. And why? If you don't know why Jordan is being used by the coach, he will tell you much about that. Jones Abu Al-Hassan is the man. Stable, let me go for a commercial break. When I come back, straight to action. Well, welcome from that commercial break. And as I said, and don't forget that if you want to go to Equatorial Guinea, there's a special package for you. And maybe I'll be putting a number out there. Latina Travel and Tours, they are sending Ghanaians in their numbers because the game between Ivory Coast and Ghana is a do and die. And they are doing everything possible. They're doing everything possible to make sure we go there in our numbers to support the Black Stars. And so there's a special package which is less than $2,000. You need to join because this game against with the Ivorians, maybe you didn't know what happened in 1992. The man who was part of the discovery of Abedi Pele, Jones Abu Al-Hassan was here, and he will tell you them what it means to send supporters. This game is a grand finale. If Ghanaians can walk even to Equatorial Guinea, we need to work in our numbers. And if there's a special package for us, we need to fly to support the Black Stars against the Ivorians. If not, thanks to the Misuga boys in Malabo, all the supporters union, Tornado, you're also there. And support is going to play a major role if Ghana will beat the Ivorians. So, without wasting time, let me welcome the man, Mr. Jones Abu Al-Hassan.
Thank you.
Uncle Jones, morning. It's been a long time. For some time. You've been on the quiet.
Yeah, that's true.
Because maybe RTU is not doing well, or?
Not exactly. It's just that, you know, at some time one has to lie low. You know, you can't always be at the forefront all the time. There has to be a time when you have to lie low.
Oh, okay. So you think that because of certain things you need to lie low?
Exactly.
Okay. Mr. Al-Hassan, before we go that, I think with this grand finale, you were, part of 1992. You monitored what happened, what the Black Stars went through against Cote d'Ivoire. And some are saying it's a repeat. I say it's not a repeat. It's a reverse. If it's a repeat, they are going to beat us. So it's a reverse of what happened in 1992. Let's start from the supporting angle. And I hear Litina is sending supporters. What impact did supporters make in 1992?
Well, thank you very much for having me on your program. It's been a long time since I've been on any of the multimedia shows. And so I'm really excited to be here today. In 1992, I was not only monitoring, I was part of the team. Yeah. You know, because I was a member of the management board of the Ghana Football Association then, led by Mr. Uya Nyamiche, you know, with Professor Kofi Kumado as vice chairman, Mr. Abrapia as a member, myself, Mr. Kujo Atakra, and others. In 1992, it was a really big affair when Ghana had to beat Cote d'Ivoire in the grand finale, especially given the fact that the most prized player on the African continent then, the mercurial, the incomparable Abedi Pele, was not going to play. Yeah. In fact, it assumed political dimensions, and even heads of state were getting in contact with top officials of CAF to indicate, you know, their desire or otherwise to have Abedi Pele play in the game. Because you do recall that he got a yellow card, a second yellow card against Nigeria, and that ruled him out of the final. And everybody wanted to see Abedi Pele in that final because he was the best that the African continent had then. Unfortunately, it was not to be. And as you know, the rest is history. Yeah.
But on the day, I had supporters, the supporters of the supporters from Ivory Coast really outnumbered the Ghanaians, and people are pointing like
yes, that is very true. What happened was that the then president of Cote d'Ivoire, Houphouët-Boigny, you know, sent supporters, some by ship and others by and several plane loads of supporters to Cote d'Ivoire because he needed that trophy at all costs. And in fact, they were part of a strong lobby group, you know, that tried to ensure that CAF made sure Abedi Pele did not play. Indeed, it was not their lobby that ensured that he didn't play. It was simply an application of the rules. Sure. So I wouldn't say that it was their lobby that did the trick for them. Okay. You know, but I can tell you for a fact that that day the supporters of Cote d'Ivoire who went there were in their thousands. They totally outnumbered supporters from Ghana. Okay. There were a few supporters from Ghana because the government then sent a plane load of supporters and officials. But that was just one or two flights, if I do recall.
So you think that what Air Litina Travel and Tour is trying to give a bit down a package for Ghanaians to just go and support the Black Stars?
Yes. As soon as we qualified for the finals, you know, as is our nature, we are very proactive. We immediately went into overdrive We contacted Ethiopian Airlines, one of the most reputable airlines on the African continent, who are noted for acquiring very modern aircraft. And we asked them for an aircraft, you know, to be able to ferry supporters from here to Malabo and to Bata. Unfortunately, they do not have landing rights in Bata.
Okay.
So they would have to land in Malabo.
Okay.
And then we have made arrangements to take a local airline that will ferry them from Malabo to Bata today.
Okay.
So departure time from Accra tomorrow will be 10 a.m.
Tomorrow, 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Okay.
And the flight is just a 1.5 hour flight.
Okay, to Equatorial Guinea.
Yes, using Malabo, the capital. Using a Boeing aircraft.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I think that then Litina is doing a very good work for Ghana, because for an individual to just bid down a package, how much will it cost and what is involved in it?
It will cost, the return flight will cost $1,300. And that, for me, is a bargain to watch a showpiece event of this nature, you know, just for $1,300 return. That is from Accra to Malabo, Malabo to Bata, Bata back to Malabo to catch the Boeing aircraft again back to Accra the following day. It will be an overnight stay. Okay,
visa, accommodation, everything is involved?
No, if you want, that's just for the flight.
For the flight,
If you want accommodation, that comes at an extra cost. But the cost is rather
or less than $2,000?
No, even with accommodation and all that other things, it comes to less than $1,900.
Oh, $1,900.
Yes.
And I think that if you're a Ghanaian, you're part of the company, you want to be part of history, then you need to join the flight. When is it moving, and how can I mean, pay, and how do I join?
You can contact Litina Travel and Tour at the headquarters in Alisa Hotel.
The premises, yeah.
Yes, Alisa Hotel. You know, and the ladies will be there. The office is open today, so you can go and make your payment there. And if you need even a visa today, if you do not have a visa, we have made special arrangements with the Embassy of Equatorial Guinea. And the third secretary, Mr. Samuel King, and the ambassador have been very gracious to allow their staff to work today, just in order to be able to allow Ghanaians who have not had visas already to be able to acquire visas today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means that from here, maybe I need to go to Litina Travel and Tour, get on board, because I need to be part of the history that will be said tomorrow. 33 years. And Mr. Jones, there are people watching you far in Malabo. And it's a long time they saw you. Some are saying that it's a long time we saw Mr. Jones Abuela. Is he coming to Malabo tomorrow?
I sure will be coming to Malabo.
Okay.
Unless the unexpected happens. Inshallah, I'll be there. I was there for the quarterfinals. I was almost there for the semifinals. But unfortunately, I missed the first flight.
Okay.
You know, because I had not made arrangements to be on the first flight.
Okay.
And when I did my calculations, I realized that if I joined the second flight that had been chartered by the government, I would not be able to make it to the game. So I declined to go. I left the airport back home.
Okay. So, hey, if you want to be part of history, when is the flight leaving?
10 a.m. sharp tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
Hey, so apparently you need to bring your bag.
Flight.
90 minutes flight. Litina Travel and Tour. So if you want to be part, hey, Mr. Tipo, you called me. You said you wanted to be part. Just get to Litina. Less than $1,009. You'll be in Malabo. You go to Bata. The game is at Bata.
The game is in Bata, yes.
Bata, okay. So
you
definitely.
You can also reach Litina by telephone.
Okay.
You know, and indicate your desire.
Okay, so let me get a number so that maybe.
It's 020.
020.
953.
953.
0604.
Okay, so if you want to go and watch the big game, listen, the big game tomorrow, you are in Bumpurugu, Tamale, my hometown, Navrungo, from BC, just call this number, 020-953-0604, and you just join them for tomorrow's history. We need to be there in our numbers, because I hear the Ivorians are coming, as Mr. Jones said, in 1992. They came in ships. They came with flights. But this time, an individual says, no, what can I do for Mother Ghana? Let me bid down the price. Let me send Ghanaians to the place. So you know what I'm talking about. You need to be part of it. All right? Morning. Morning. I heard in 1990 it was support that really killed us.
Tony, I think, yes, 1992, we all watched that game. it is unfortunate that we weren't at the venue, but then I think that what Mr. Abu Al-Hassan said is exactly what did happen, because watching the game from afar, we all realized that the Ivorians had much supporters. Most of their supporters were at the stadium, but then we had only a few Ghanaian supporters. I don't know, probably because at that time, probably we were not so much enthused about lifting supporters to game venues, or it was just by issues of coincidence. But I think that supporters usually play a role when it comes to football. You can never rule away the role of supporters when it comes to the big game.
Okay. And so you think that this package will see more Ghanaians?
Tony, you see,
and do you believe that this grand finale, supporters will make an impact?
Tony, you see, the truth is that I am highly surprised that, or not to even say surprised, I'm really happy that a travel and tour, an individual, Litina, has decided that, look, for me to be able to do something for my country, for me to be able to do something for my for the people of my country, I will need to cut down the price between here, Equatorial Guinea, Malabo, to Bata, wherever the game is. And if that is a package that is been brought forward, I think everybody would need to accept it, because you can't get it anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think you can have anything less than the $1,900 that comes with accommodation, flight from here to Bata, Malabo, back again, and all that for 24 hours between tomorrow and Monday morning when you get back home. So I think if you have the money, there's nothing wrong to go and see this big game.
And I think that Litina has a track record of being very successful.
Yes.
To travel, to send supporters everywhere without any blemish.
Without any blemish, that is the issue. And once you have that huge record, once your record is excellent, we don't have any doubt. You understand? You know that when you pay your money to Litina, you are guaranteed the exact service that you are paying for. And you know the high quality is exactly what
it was. It was only Travel and Tour that survived the commission. the rest of had issues
because their books were perfect.
Yes, I think that everything went. The lady behind has been successful. I mean, I hear she's the only woman with a BSc in hotel travel and whatever. The rest are all.
Yes, Tony. You see, the truth is that sometimes you do not have to joke with certain issues. You think, coming up with something like that, you need, so to say, ordinary persons to run it. No, sometimes you need the specialists. That is their field. That is what they are trained for. So when you go in there and you get the services, you know that you are getting quality service. And quality service will guarantee you whatever that you need. I think, Tony, it's a big game that everybody would need to watch. I am very, very, very happy that we will be able to watch Kumasi Asante Kotoko and House of Folk today. And yesterday we'll be able to travel from Kumasi back home to Accra, then back again to Malabo tomorrow. Because he says 10:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be leaving for Kumasi immediately after the show.
Yes.
And I'll be back to join them.
Yes, that is the thing. So you see, there is much room. The journey is not as far as 6 hours, 7 hours, just 90 minutes journey. So if there's time and there's money, it is very important that
I think our corporate bodies, I mean, all the corporate bodies who would like to be part of the branding of the winning of the trophy for the Black Stars, you need to join Litina now and be in Bata or Malabo, Bata, because you don't wait till we bring the trophy before you join the branding. You need to be there. So if you want to join us, they say Litina is sending, and it's less than 1,900, so you need to be there. And as a price, supporting will be really significant, because the likes of Joe Debra, Tornado, they say they're watching us live in Malabo, and
yes, it is the same issue of support that has taken them there. You understand? You realize that, Tony, right from the quarterfinals, semifinals, that Ghana sent some supporters there. The players have lifted their own performance, and that is, for me, it tells you that to some extent, right, the players also recognize the contributions of the supporters. And for supporters to play a role, for it to manifest very well, for us to get the success that we need, I don't think there's anything wrong. If supporters, you have the money, you pay, you get in there, because it is a good price that I simply don't think that if you don't go, then it means that you've really missed a lot, because 1,900, Tony, we can see that something huge, but then it's better than what all the travel and tours can offer.
Okay, so the likes of Cy Brown, Frank Nelson Wonkolo will join Litina. So the number again, if you want to be part 02095300604, just get there and you'll be part of the history. We were looking at a game. Let me get to Mr. Alasan, who has monitored all our 5 games. Mr. Alasan, you were a technical person as well, a football administrator, a renowned one, of course, from RTU, all the national team, Black Queens. I quite remember I was with you in All African Games in Maputo. You were part of that success by Kwesi Appiah, but most of people don't know that Hema was part of that entourage, and so you need to be. The team, the Black Stars, most people lost confidence when we lost the first game against Senegal. But look at the progression. What changed?
I think it's down to the tactical news of Coach Avram Grant. You will agree with me that of all the foreign coaches that we've been hiring, he has the best pedigree in terms of track record of achievements in football. Avram Grant has brought a certain level of cohesion to the team that we haven't seen for a long time. We always had a problem with the central defense and with the lateral defense. Today, that problem has practically been sorted out. You see the way the wing defenders have been flying down the wings and delivering telling crosses, the understanding and telepathy that has existed in the central defensive pair. In times past, we always had issues with these parts of our team. Today, we don't. The defensive cover for the midfield cover for the defense has also been superb with Afriye Aqua, who I believe is the revelation of the tournament. I think that Avram Grant has done a very good job, given just the fact that he had just 2 weeks to craft a team to be able to, participate in this tournament. And he had absolutely no knowledge, of African football. I'm talking of practical knowledge of African football. And even when we camped in preparation for the team, we camped in Spain, and we never played African opposition. It was only in the first game against Senegal that he was encountering African opposition for the first time. That's why the team was out of sorts. But from the second game onwards, the level of improvement was so drastic. We were playing against the best team on the African continent, Algeria, and we cut them to pieces. And stole the game with that bewitching goal by Samojan. And from then on, it's been improvement after improvement. You will notice that there have been very few shots on target against Ghana in the whole tournament, even though we do not have the best of goalkeepers, compared to most of the other teams that we have. We have a rookie goalkeeper, who is making his debut appearance in a major tournament, but he has not been called to pull off very magnificent saves because the defensive cover has been impregnable. And that has been down to the technical news that Avram Grant has brought to bear on the team.
Okay. Alright, our progression. Some Ghanaians really said the Black Stars will come home. They're not going to do anything for a coach to be told to go and do what. There were so many, criticisms and bashing, and today they are in the grand final.
Yes, Tony, the truth is that most Ghanaians didn't have hope in this Black Star because of what happened in Brazil. It's as simple as that, you understand. And even
so you think that the Brazil situation taught us a lesson?
Yes, it taught us huge lessons. And some of the players also did not help with the incident, because when they got back, most Ghanaians were expecting them to at least render apology in whatever manner. But some players also decided that, look, we weren't going to do that, even though the captain and a few of them did that. Some players also went the other way, which for me infuriated Ghanaians the most. So most decided that, well, we supported you so much, we needed that for you to get to the World Cup, to get to that semi-final level, because that was the promise that was given to us before the team left Ghana. But when they went out there, monetary issues and some negative issues in the team's camp affected the play of the squad. So they came back with virtually nothing to show. So we were not happy, even though when the qualifier started, the follow-up with the team wasn't that huge. That is how come they went to Kumasi to play. The support wasn't there as it used to be. They decided to shift the venue to the Tamale Sports Stadium, where they had good support as compared to what was happening in Kumasi. From there on, the team qualified. We went out for this the draw. When the draw came, most people said it was one of the toughest groups to be in there, because we're considering the pedigree of Senegal, the pedigree of Algeria, and the South African, a team that is still in progress, building in progress, that everybody realized that it was a strong team because they had gone to Nigeria to deny Nigeria qualification to this particular tournament. But when the competition started, Tony, we all saw what happened to us in the first game. So it really didn't go well with most people, because we felt that, look, if we had even neglected you, we needed the team to get back. But the team also responded in that negative manner, because the Senegalese were stronger on the day. But from then on, then the head coach, Avram Grant, even though he was given only 2 weeks, or he had only 2 weeks to prepare the squad for this tournament, and he didn't have any perfect knowledge of the African game, Tony, one thing that I saw of him is that he's proving to us that this is a huge difference between the black man, the black coach, and the white coach. You get it? Sometimes they are very bold to take decisions that we wouldn't want our own people to take, or our own people will not venture to take. I'm very sure that if at the time that we're going for this tournament, had it been probably the former coach, Kwesi Appiah, who had decided that, look, I was going to bring a certain Kwesi Appiah from somewhere, I was going to ensure that, look, Ajiman Bedu and Rabiu will sit off, then Wakasu and Efriakwa will get in, he would have been criticized. If Kwesi Appiah had brought in Daniel Amati to fill the gaps of John Boy in central defense, I'm sure he would have been criticized. But sometimes you need the coaches to be very bold, because they know exactly what they are doing. But we sit back to also criticize, because we believe that some players are better than the others. From the second game, I think the influence of Asamoah Gyan really helped the team. Then we moved on to the third game against South Africa, which I think the team also improved. Then the game against Guinea, the team improved as well. Then the semi-final game, which the team improved, we won. Certainly, Equatorial Guinea wasn't expected to beat Ghana. Only that, because they felt they had also gotten to that stage, they had that inward motivation that they will be able to do it. But when it comes to football and everything is equal, Tony, I don't see on any day, any platform, Equatorial Guinea being able to beat Ghana. We were successful on that day, just that a few nasty incidents on the pitch, which is another huge topic on its own.
Yeah, I want to come to that maybe. Okay.
Yes, so the team has improved really well, right from game 2, 3, 4, 5. Then tomorrow, we expect the team to be perfect tomorrow. We expect that. I sit back to believe that if we will have the influence of Asamoah Gyan in the game tomorrow, it will help a lot. We all know his influence on the team.
You think his absence will cost us?
Tony, we will feel his absence, but I don't want to believe that it will cost us so much, but we will feel his absence. If he doesn't play, we'll start the game with a little minus, but I still believe that if you've been able to go through the semi-final game with Equatorial Guinea without Asamoah Gyan, then you should be able to tell yourself that, look, if he isn't there, then doesn't mean that history is going to repeat itself again. If you don't have your captain, what do? That should let you motivate yourself that, look, it shouldn't happen to us one more time. That the last time it happened, we didn't have our captain. That's how come we weren't able to go through. Should it happen again that this time we don't have our captain, we will not be able to go through? You get it? Yeah. The players will need to feel motivated. The players will need to tell themselves that, look, this is the time that we need to do this for Mother Ghana. You and I were discussing this yesterday, that it would have been proper, right, for government to fly the 1992 squad.
Yeah, I wanted to come to Mr. Eboa last on that. Would government see it wise to fly the 1992 squad players to Bata?
Yes.
And ahead of the match, they need to go into the dressing room, Senegal, Frimpong Manso, Tony Yeboah, Abedi Pele, just to tell the players something of encouragement, word of encouragement ahead of this game.
Tony, it will be a big trick, and it will do us good a lot, because when Abedi Pele gets to the team,
because here Nigerians have their 1992 captain in there.
Yes, Tony, you see, what it does is that it tells you direct. You get the direct information from the right people that, look, we were the ones on the pitch on that day. We were not able to do it. Whatever that caused that we were not able to do it, let us put it aside. it is your turn now. Do it and let us erase that bad history that affected us. And the players will feel motivated. But if it doesn't happen, I still don't think that the players shouldn't feel motivated to go in there. But I believe if government will take that step to let that at least some of the players to get in there, it will be a plus for us as we play the Ivorians tomorrow, because the game will not come easy. Several factors will come to play, and we don't need to let everything go loose. We have to be firm in every department. In our managerial way, in motivating the players, in influencing the players, letting players understand that this is the game. The goalkeeper, I see the goalkeeper having his big and the first major test in this game, because it will not come easy. He's not had that huge test from the beginning till the semi-final stage. But once again, it shows that the defensive midfielders have been effective very well. And that has helped the central defenders, and that has eventually helped the goalkeeper a lot. But it isn't all the time that you have that luxury of relying on your defensive midfielders and your central defenders to cover you. Sometimes when you are called upon, like I am seeing tomorrow, you should be able to stand up to it. Okay. Then we'll get to know that, yes, even though most times you weren't called to party at some times, anytime you are invited, you are able to deal with every situation. Then we'll get to know that we are beginning to once again nurture a young goalkeeper for the future, so that it doesn't throw us back into doubt as who becomes our number one. Then again, such issues to be gone past after this tournament.
Mr. Wallace, let me come to the team itself. The Ivorians, and some are saying on paper, player to player, they have the best African player in there, the most expensive signing, Wilfred Bony, and on paper it seems that they are ahead of us, and it will use, I mean, this game will be won from the bench.
Yes, that's what I believe. The game is going to be a tactical battle between Avram Grant and Hervé Renard. And I believe that Avram Grant is going to get the better of, Hervé, because he's far more experienced, has a better track record and all that. Even though Renard has more experience with African football and has won the African Cup of Nations with Zambia, only a few years ago. What I think will give us the best advantage is the youth in the squad.
Okay.
Football is a very physical game. In fact, pundits will tell you that results in football, physical fitness accounts for 60% minimum of results in football.
Okay.
The tactical aspects and the technique and everything only makes up 40%. 40%. And that is why when you engage a white coach, he will almost invariably tell you that he wants to come with his physical trainer. And Avram Grant has done that. And you can see from the way the team has played that the youth is having a telling effect. Okay. The team is able to play at the same tempo and with the same momentum for 90 minutes without, getting tired. Okay. And that is where we are going to have an advantage over the Ivorians. Most of them are already on the wrong side of, 30. Yeah. Some are above 30 years. If you look at the top names there, Javinho, Yaya Toure, and his big brother, Die, most of them are just around 30 years or over. In fact, Kolo is 32 years. So they are not going to be able to have the same level of energy as the Achus and the Ajimambedus and the Ayus and so on. So that's where we are going to have an advantage. Our boys are going to run them ragged. And I believe that whatever be the case, inshallah, we are going to carry the day.
We are going to carry it. We'll be live in Malabo, and I hear the everyday all Ghanaians in Malabo are currently watching Multi TV, and this is coming from my colleague Joe Dabra of our PFM. He says that Isaac of Hotel CC in Caracolas in Malabo, they are all watching. So Isaac CC, wherever you are, of Hotel CC, Isaac of Hotel CC in Caracolas in Malabo, they are all watching. And some Ghanaians would like to find out the CD conversion of the money out.
Well, for the 1,300 basic, fare, that is just the return fare, without other ancillary services, it's 1,300, which is about 4,000 Ghana cedis.
Okay. So in totality, it will be around 6,001.
That is for the without accommodation. If you add accommodation, it's far less than that. Okay. Because with accommodation, even it doesn't even come to more than 1,800.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thereabout.
Okay, so in all, that is what Mr. Abu Al-Hassan is saying. But still on the game, Mr. Abu Al-Hassan, the nasty incident, let me put it that way. I mean, in African football, the Europeans, this is a talking point for them. Instead of the good nature of the game, I mean, the organization has been mad with this incident.
Actually, I felt so embarrassed as an African football administrator to see the kind of incident that, you know, beset the final, the semi-final of a major tournament like the African Cup of Nations. It's the flagship tournament of CAF, for God's sake. And we expected better of our hosts. I thought that they behaved very despicably because it was a very bad advertisement for African football. And as a media man, you do know that, you know, slots are allocated, you know, times are allocated for programs. And therefore, if a particular time was allocated for televising this match, and we had 30 minutes, you know, of, you know, lockdown in the match, what effect would it have on subsequent programs, some of which had been paid for?
Okay.
And that means that sponsors will be very, very, very unwilling to put in their money in, you know, African football with this kind of, you know, situation. I think that it was a very terrible thing, and CAF needs to take a very, very serious action.
So with $100,000 fine?
That is chicken change for the government of Equatorial Guinea. It's chicken change. They need to be banned from the next African Cup of Nations. You know, that would be a better thing to do. I don't think that banning them from playing with supporters, with spectators, is a good thing, because that deprives the Congolese, you know, of getting their supporters into the game. And the Congolese didn't do anything, you know. So why would they be prevented from letting their supporters come and support them? You know, so that is not the best decision CAF could have taken.
Okay, Obai, the CAF decision, Mr. Abu says no. It could have been a little bit stiffer, because 100,000 is chicken feed for the government of Equatorial Guinea.
Yes, Tony, I agree with him 100%. You know, I agree with him 100%.
But on the hindsight, don't you think that they saved the continent's image of disgrace? I mean, that disgrace, Ebola here, Ebola Morocco buying out, and it got to a point, Saudi Arabia wanted to host an African Cup.
Tony, if you saved me in a situation, it doesn't mean that you should be stupid in your dealings. It's as simple as that. You saved me, but before you saved me, you knew the rules governing the game. And in every situation, or in every game, there are rules governing it. So you can't tell me that because you saved me, you can flout the laws and go away unpunished.
On your screens, the coach is really surprised on what was happening actually. And in a tournament like this, it's in quotes, it's stupidity. And I think that the Equatorial Guineans didn't do well at all in this situation.
Yes, Tony. To me, I think what Mr. Abu Al-Hassan said is perfectly right. Two-year ban, perfect. You understand? It is perfect. It is about time CAF will need to be very firm to ensure that some of these minor happenings at our various venues are stopped. You understand? If we do not begin to be very firm, Tony, we will always admire the European game and we will sit back to blame our own game. If you listen to the European reports on this particular incident, Tony, it will marvel you to get to know that, look, they are saying nothing good about the tournament. Right from the beginning till that moment, all what they have decided to speak about is that nasty incident. We do not have to play into somebody's hands to let those individuals speak against us like, excuse me to say, like we are all monkeys. No. We are humans, so we should behave as humans. What the supporters of Equatorial Guinea did, it's perfectly wrong, right? Simply wrong, and we don't have to support that. And I think that the 100,000 CAF will need to come again. Probably they didn't think about it so much. Maybe it was in a rush, so they decided
that it should be like $1 million or $2 million.
Tony, you see, if you impose a fine of about $500,000 or $1 million on Equatorial Guinea, then you let them understand that, look, these are the rules. Because you have done this, right, we are imposing this fine on you, and you will miss the 2017 African Cup of Nations. You wouldn't even have to play the qualifiers. So you sit back and come back 2019. That will put some sense into their supporters. You get it? It's rather unfortunate that at this highest level, we should be seeing this. What prompted all of that? Is it that because Ghana was leading 3-0, do they believe that they have the strength more than the Ghanaians? It is because of just the unfortunate incident of football. If not, Equatorial Guinea doesn't come anywhere near Ghana when it comes to football.
Yeah.
They can think of developing. We are also developing.
Yeah.
Right? So what makes them feel that because they were able to beat Tunisia, they should be able to do this? When that referee gave them the penalty, which pushed them to go beyond Tunisia to get to this stage, what didn't they say? They all supported the referee. When CAF banned the referee, when CAF threw the referee out of the tournament, when the 2 Tunisian officials of CAF decided that, well, they weren't going to be part of this tournament any longer, what didn't Equatorial Guinea, the press, say? They spoke against them so much that they felt that they were cowards, they needed to stay on, to fight on, and all of that. So doesn't mean that they believe that because it didn't happen to them at that stage, they were happy. This is the turn that it is coming back to them. They have to face it straightforward. I will be very surprised that CAF will maintain that 100,000. Tony, that will mean that we are only playing with our own set of rules. We don't have to compromise on anything close to this. If not, it will happen in the next moment again, and somebody will tell you that, why is it that you impose only 100,000 fine on Equatorial Guinea? Then you probably want to impose a bigger fine. We have to start being firm and applying our rules and regulations from now. If not, we will never get there as we want to get there. These are the games. We wouldn't see this thing happening in Europe, Tony. You understand? Germany beat Brazil 7-0 in their backyard. What did they do? The supporters were in there. They went out home. If you want to fight, you fight on the street. That belongs to yourself. You understand? But you don't do this on the pitch. And even going out to fight on the street, it is not sporting. Yeah. You don't do that. If you lose, you go back home.
We're here in 2008 when Cameroon?
Yes, Cameroon came here. They beat us 1-0. We sat back. We blamed our own players that it was because John Mensah did that. It was because goalkeeper did that. We blamed our own players. We sat back. That's why I was saying yesterday that, Tony, if you are a typical House of Folk supporter, if you are a typical Asante Kotoko supporter, and if you are a good Ghana supporter, you realize that defeat is always part of the game. You get to certain stages that, look, the team, you are defeated and your heart is virtually broken, but you still keep on supporting. Several times you go to the stadium that, look, the last time, Tony, I told myself that it is not worth supporting football again. When House of Folk went to Kumasi, right? We're leading 1-0, Kotoko equalized, Philemon McCarthy got injured, Samir J came in, Kotoko eventually scored. Our hearts were broken, but you still needed to come back, continue with your work.
So let's take a quick one on that game, the game that is coming up today, House and Kotoko. A quick prediction. Because
Tony, you see, I wouldn't say because I'm a House man, I think that House of Folk will win. No, it will be a very difficult game.
For
House of Folk will need, the players will need to lift their play up seriously.
Against Kotoko.
Yes, because if we want to win, Kotoko isn't an easy side. We all know the history behind House of Folk and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Though history favors House of Folk, right? House of Folk has won 33 times of the 100 meetings that they have come across. Kotoko has won 31 times, and then there's been 36 draws. But it still doesn't mean that you cannot rewrite history. History can not always continue to be at one side. It balances depending on your contribution, depending on your effort. So our appeal to the House of Folk players, I know by this time they are relaxed at the hotel watching. They will need to put in something extra to be able to go beyond the Kotoko hurdle. Tony, definitely we shouldn't come back home with empty-handed. If it is 1 point, it is better, Tony.
Okay, and so let me activate my phone line 0302211706 0302211705. You can join me with your prediction because tomorrow is the grand finale. And if you say a prayer for Harry Sanafo, say a prayer for Jonathan Mensah, say a prayer for Babara Man, say a prayer for John Boy, say a prayer for Harry Efriakwa. I mean, all the players, and especially Azai himself, Asamoah and everybody is looking up to make sure he sends us to the promised land. And he has promised to do so, as his alma mater came and said that they are praying for him, they are fasting for him. And maybe I'll talk to his manager, Samir Nimado, to find out what the message will be this time. Before I go on to the phone lines, let me, Mr. Abu, what scoreline are you expecting?
Well, I have lived through and known enough of Hearts and Kotoko derbies to make a prediction. It always depends on who is in a better psychological, physical frame. And the form guide never matters when it comes to Hearts Kotoko. Today, Kotoko is in a much better shape than Hearts of Oak. Hearts of Oak is out of sorts. You know, they've had a very tough since the Premier League commenced a few weeks ago. So
5 matches, 5 points.
Exactly. On current form, Kotoko definitely is the better side. But as I say, I never, you know, predict Hearts and Kotoko matches based on current form.
Okay.
So many other factors come into play.
Okay.
You know, so
maybe I'll come by. Mr. Abu says that since Kotoko is a man, means that he's really going towards Kotoko. But maybe I'll come to you on Ivory Coast Ghana prediction, and you can also do. Tony from Sunyani. Tony, good morning.
Good morning, Tony.
How are you doing? Long time. It's a long time having you on the show.
I've been great. Just that it's our work, and that's
work. Oh, rather unfortunate. But
yeah, greetings to you and your panelists, especially Mr. Opare and my colleague viewers. Yeah, Mr. Tony, I think we are there again. Yes, Ghana is there again. It's left up to the players to know how good it is and how Ghanaians are going to accept them, because we've been chastising them for so many long time that, hey, you guys have done virtually nothing for this country. It's about taking our money and giving us back nothing. So this time around, I think Ghanaians are beginning to understand something, and the players are also realizing that, hey, it's not about all the money aspect. We have to give something back to our own people. So we're watching them with close eyes. This time around, we can't afford to let them go away without bringing us our trophy. All we need from them is our trophy. Whatever money we will pay to them, hallelujah, we are happy with our trophy. They can give them whatsoever money. Okay. We are cool with it. And back to my Hearts of Oak, please, I'm surprised what Hearts is doing now. Tomorrow, we can afford to come back to Accra without anything. We have to win against Kotoko. Even though we know our team is a little bit not all that the way we wanted it to be, but hey, we think tomorrow we need something back in Accra. I think I'll talk to Mr. Opare later.
Okay.
I miss him so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Tony from Sunyani, and a message from Rashid Smala, Black Stars defender. He's also wishing his colleagues were. He's backing them to win the trophy. So if a Black Star player and you're watching, your colleague Rashid Smala says that, hey, boys, I'm with you, and so go all out and make sure we win the trophy tomorrow. Let me go on the phone line. Who do I have on the line? Francis, where are you calling me from?
Yeah, currently I'm inside T-Palace, but I'm from Paga.
Oh, okay. So what do you have for me, Francis?
I want to say good morning to your panelists, Opare, and that our big man who was able to discover Abedi Pele as a great man for the country. I'm looking at it, Ghana game, they play very well. If the players want to follow the view and the criticism of we Ghanaians, they'll never go far.
Okay.
Even we Ghanaians here, we are never straight. So let's leave everything to the players on the pitch. Let them perform their duties. We all believe that. They played the first game all right. By His grace, they have gone far. So let's give them the chance. We believe that upon all the suffering, the criticism given to them from Brazil up to date, they are going to prove to Ghanaians that if something is not for you, it's not for you. But if something is for you, really, you are going to get it. So let's say kudos to the players, Avangard and his team. We pray that we give all of them our support, that tomorrow they'll bring the game, the trophy back to Ghana after so many years ago. And kudos to Opare, and we wish to see you, Tony, in Navrongo one day. We want to talk to you.
I'll be there. My mom is planning for me to come back to Navrongo, so I'll be there. Okay, let me go to Kofi. Kofi, where are you calling? Good morning. Where are you calling me from, Kofi?
West.
Okay, Kofi, then all my. Catch her, can be sure.
Me bacho, the American moon and drop for Jana Mutika, Wall Hunter, history, it's in the country. And Kabana, the pass, captain, the body, if you say 92, a choir, we Cote d'Ivoire for far so na captain Amobia or mutimi je cap no kiri en sem no e me ya papa ntimi makoma so ade pa atanka ene enkoba enu time on babo ball no nanka ye captain atanwa gyan ogina ma wo bo na ka kotokoni ha ate bia nso kakra se ha ate bia o meba mom de ye mom se o mo betimi anya point ba ko pa free ku ha ate de ni ni sa me de mate.
Okay, the man is simply saying that there's no way Haas will pick even a point in Kumasi. And he's saying that from history, in 1992, we missed our captain. And he's praying that today, tomorrow, the captain of Samoa, they are going to say a prayer for him to recover to play against the Ivorians. So, Azza, everybody is going to pray for you to recover against. There's a text message saying that, let me find out from Mr. Abu. Mr. Abu, you're a football administrator. You saw Abedi from the beginning. And you discover, you're part of the discovery. Most people are criticizing the style of Jordan Ayew. You think that the coaches are seeing something different? Ghanaians are also seeing something different.
It's interesting. When the two children were growing up, Jordan didn't like football. I can tell you this for a fact. Yeah. He didn't like football.
He said it sometimes.
Dede was absolutely crazy about football. In fact, when Dede was 4 years old, anytime I went to Marseille, I used to talk to him a lot about football because he ate and drank football. As soon as he came from school, he would take the remote control and start flipping through. If he saw football, he would sit down and start watching. And I'd call him and say, did they give me the Marseille lineup? And he would start. Goalkeeper, Joyceland, he would tell you Pascal Ormeta. Right back, Angloma. Left back, Eric Dimeco. Center half, Basil Boli. He will tell you all the way to number 11, everybody, at the age of 4 years. And I used to tell him, I said, Dede, you want to be a star in football. You will never be a star like your father. Then you tell me, I will be. I said, you won't be. You say, I'll be. When he won the BBC African Football of the Year, I called to tell his father that, hey, Dede wants to embarrass me. Fortunately, he was sitting with him. He had just flown in from Marseille. So he gave it to him. I asked him whether he remembered the arguments we used to have when he was 4 years. He said, Uncle, I remember very well. You know, that is Jordan at that time didn't like football. All he was interested in was car racing. So we used to say that we would sponsor him to do Formula One. And my idea was that children of the very privileged hardly do well in football. You know, it is children from underprivileged homes who play football. Yeah. Those from privileged homes, they tend to play tennis and golf. So I used to say that, hey, Dede, you can be a star in golf or tennis, but not in football. Today, he has proved me wrong.
And Jordan has also proved you wrong.
And Jordan used not to like football at all. But as time went on, anytime Abedi was on holidays and he was going for training with Nanya, Dede would go along. Jordan would stay at home. Then after some time, I think apparently out of boredom, you know, he started, you know, following small. So he never even played in Nanya at all. Yeah. It was while in Marseille that he joined the academy and started playing football. You know, so in terms of technique and real football ability, even Abedi Pele would tell you that Jordan is ahead of Dede.
Yes, I mean,
but the world is yet to, you know, realize his full potential. Give Jordan another 2 years, and you will see the level that he will.
Yeah, I think that the coaches are saying something.
Avram Grant has seen that. You know, which
Ghanaians are criticizing, saying a whole lot, but the coaches are seeing something in the boy.
Yeah. A lot of people talk from very uninformed positions.
Okay.
You know, we are football fans. We watch the game. We think we know, but a lot of us don't know much.
The techniques.
Yeah, exactly. But the people with an eye for football, there's something that they are seeing in the boy that others are not able to see. So Ghanaians should just be patient with him. Give him another 2 years. He'll be one of the top players in this country.
Okay. The man who discovered his father says, hey, I keep on saying, I've been arguing that that if you don't know what role Jordan is playing, take a critical look at the role he's being given to. To me, he has been one of the excellent players. I mean, take it or leave it. The technical men have argued over it. Coach Afani says that, hey, stop criticizing. The guy has been given a role. All the renowned coaches say that, hey, Ghanaians are not seeing what they are seeing. And the same thing, Mr. John. Let me go on. Go Machine is on the line. Go Machine, good morning.
Good morning, Tony.
Hey, long time. Where have you been?
As you can see, it's work. Anytime, busy.
Okay, so what do you have for us?
But I've been watching you anytime that you are on.
Thank you very much for watching.
Tony, kudos to your panelists,
Okay.
Mr. Jones and Opari. They have done a good job. What I have for you is about the Black Stars. You can see the difference between these current Black Stars and the previous ones. Football is about determination. So I can see there is this determination in these current players who are willing to bring the cup in Ghana. So we wish them good luck. We pray to God to grant them this trophy so that we'll be very eligible. And I wish Accra House of Folk good luck to beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Okay.
At least by a long goal.
Okay.
As it comes on today.
Okay, thank you very much. Go Machine, thanks for calling. We've missed you, but keep on watching the show. I know more the lines are beeping. I'll pick my last caller, but let me go to Opari. Opari, the criticism, Jordan, you think we are getting it right? The coaches are playing him, we are criticizing.
Tony, you see, personally, I feel that Jordan is not an aggressive player. That is my personal view. You understand? He's not the type of an aggressive player that Ghanaians want to see. That is how come we criticize him a lot. You understand? I am sure if Jordan...
Maybe let me find out, Mr. Abu, you saw Ali Ibrahim. Is he that typical type Ali Ibrahim or Kofi Abri type of player?
Well, no, Ali Ibrahim was,
more aggressive.
Physique, and he was a bit more aggressive. Jordan is a more elegant player, like the Adolf Amata.
Very stylish.
Like Adolphus. Yeah, he's quite stylish. People should give him time.
Okay.
He's still a young boy. He's on a learning curve, and he will come good.
Okay. So Brian said, so let me pick my last caller before I get to the studio. So who do I have on the line? Jacob, where are you calling me from?
Jacob. Nadirgu Isman Pusi.
Okay, what do you have for me, Jacob?
I just want to wish the Black Stars the best of luck.
Right.
And if you're a Muslim, a Christian, whatever religion that you believe in, just do well and then pray for them. But I'm telling you that tomorrow we are beating them 2-1.
Okay.
Notice 2 goals to a notice on the wall.
Okay.
But I want them to, if sports minister would agree with me after the tournament, to do well and invite the Equatorial Guinea neutral grounds so that we'll play and see who is the best.
Okay.
Because what they did is just like they were doing well and then they robbed them of something. So after the tournament, they should do well and let us let the Black Star and the Equatorial Guinea to meet at the neutral grounds to see who is who. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for my last caller. So predictions. House of Folk Kotoko first.
Tony, I just want to tie down House of Folk's victory to Black Stars victory. Simple as that.
Simple as that.
Yes.
Okay.
House of Folk victory, Black Star victory.
Victory. Mr. Alassane, let's look at Ivory Coast, Ghana. What scoreline should we expect? Would the game be easy?
How can such a game be easy? There's no way a grand final between Africa, two of Africa's top sides, Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, can ever be easy. Even if it was even in the group stage, it would never have been easy, let alone be in the grand final. It will be tough, it will be uncompromising, but at the end of the day, trust me, Ghana will emerge victorious.
Ghana will emerge victorious. As so we are sending supporters and people have started calling. They want to find out how much they should pay, where they should get it. Some say they have CDs, some say they have dollars. Maybe Mr. Alassane, you tell us much about that.
Yes.
In CDs conversion.
CD conversion for $1,300, it comes to about 4,200 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
And for the 1,890, it comes to $6,100.
Okay.
6,100 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
You know, and you can also reach Litina through my number.
Okay. Your number?
0244 257 000.
Okay, come again.
0244 257 000.
Okay.
Of course, you've already been told the other number.
Yes, so 020 9530604. You can also join. If you want to be part of tomorrow, those will be flying for the big history, you need to be part of that. If you're a corporate body, if you're executive, whatever it is, just join. But you need to be there with your flyers, so you need to sign a contract, and maybe someone started calling you. Maybe the show is still on. And so the big game is on this afternoon. Kotoko is coming up against Accra Suffolk. There will be live commentary on Joy 99.7 with the Undisputed, still number 1. And as well, the third place game also come on. And the grand finale also coming on. So this afternoon, Joy 99.7, catch Tony Babley. I'll be in Kumasi to bring you the touches, the goals, everything. But my prayers go into everybody, any member of the Black Stars, and any message for the Black Stars. Because they are watching now.
Yes, Tony, this is a time that if you don't get motivation from anywhere, you have to motivate yourself, because that is the final stage. You can't go beyond this level one again. There isn't any other game apart from this final one. So this is the time that if you really want to be accepted one more time by the whole of the nation, you have to win it. It's as simple as that.
As simple as that.
You don't win it, it could be one of those incidents. But Ghanaians are waiting to accept you back if you bring back the
If I should push you to give any message to any player, who will you give?
Tony, I am praying so much that Jonathan Mensah will have a perfect day at the back.
Pajo.
Right? Because in Wilfred Bonny, in Javino, these are very strong attackers. But from what I have seen in Jonathan Mensah, I know he'll be perfect on the day to put the brakes on those guys.
So Jonathan Mensah, Pajo, hey, Tornado says that you quite remember the first time you played against Kotoko, what you did to Kotoko, and he saw you as the man to take over the Black Stars, do it against the Ivorians. Mr. Alassane, your final message before we take leave of
Well, my final message is that Ghanaians from all walks of life should pray for the Black Stars to achieve the ultimate, that is winning the trophy. We missed it in 1992. We cannot afford to miss it again this time.
Okay.
In 1992, Abedi Pele as captain needed the trophy very badly, because that was shortly after he had won the Africa Footballer of the Year, for the second time. And today, his children are in the team. What he couldn't do, I believe his children will be able to do.
And he will be a proud father for his children to do it in life. That is it. What your father couldn't do, maybe you can do it for your father too. But before I leave, there's a message saying that the Black Stars arrived in Bata last night. The official press conference will be held at 11 a.m. at the Bata Stadium. The training is scheduled for 5 p.m. and it's open to the first 15 minutes. So this is coming from Ibrahim Sanida. And this is coming from Frank Bo. Buju, did you see the joy on the coach's face when the second goal came? It was tears of joy for me. Buju, Ghana can beat Ivory Coast if only we play as a team. We just have to be composed and play football. This from Frank. So, and before I leave, I need to say our condolences to my auntie, Paulina Bruce of Highways, who lost the brother-in-law, who is an uncle, of course, to the Kukumpe fire. And Auntie Paulina, wherever you are, the team of Multimedia wishing you, our condolences for that sad event that occurred. Paulina Bruce, if you know her, of our Highways, she lost her brother-in-law through the Kukumpe fire. But in all, God knows best, and in all things you need to pray for God to bring the best to you. And I think that my director has taken me off, but I know. And so I'll catch you next week on the same down. Bye-bye.